All right, so like you got to let the song play out. Okay, I'm going to intro it, and then that's what it is, okay? But this is what it is, man. Okay? You're free to make fun of this song, like after, but you got to let the song play, and let me introduce you first. Okay? Ooh, howdy, how are we doing today? We got our first guest. I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to let this ride out. Let's Set Sayl. Ooh, and there it is. And we'll start it off. Today we have a guest, our first guest. He is part owner of the DIY Comedy Club out in South Bend. Today we have Bryan Collins, the wonderful. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. Why would I ever make fun of that song?
I don't know. Because I like to, like when I was making it, like I was making fun of it as I was making it. Because it just made me laugh.
What is that?
I don't know. So
Is that like, oh,
are they playing us off?
I don't think they realize what's going on. Oh, that's what happened. He killed all the music for this. Instead, just turn down here. We need Jeff to turn down just in the one room.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll be the hero. You talk it out.
All right, we'll talk it out. So today, thank you, Bryan. Bryan's jetting off. So today we are doing this podcast out of the Market Lounge Comedy Club in Valparaiso, Indiana. We're doing it right before the open mic, hosted by Jeff Webb. We got amazing food at the Market Lounge. This is a plug. We're plugging the Market Lounge Valpo right now. The Market Lounge is a beautiful place. Come to the Market Lounge Fridays, Saturdays, Thursdays, whenever it's open. Get here. And we are back with Bryan Collins, and they turned down the music. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was awesome. That's way better. No, man, but I love that. I love that song. You act like I wasn't a glow stick ninja at a part of my life.
It was, I don't know. I made fun of the song, but I still like rocked out to the song because I think it's still a good song.
Oh, man. So I'm really your first guest?
Very first guest.
Oh, man. Did I bully you into this? I feel bad if I did.
No.
All right.
No, not at all. Sometimes you need a push, and so that was a push because I had talked about it, but I wasn't being about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, that was a little push I needed. And so I wanted to have you on because you guys do some really good things over there. Your open mic is Wednesdays?
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Yep, 8 o'clock. And, man, I don't know if it's Eastern or Central. We are an hour before the region.
Okay.
We've got our first drop by. We got our first drop by. Jason LaFoon's in the house of Light Me at 5.
Jason LaFoon. Thanks,
checking the
man.
setup. He's a bit of a tech guy.
Jason LaFoon is the reason he was talking about the microphones, and so that's why I got new microphones. So thank you.
Hey, no problem, man.
Because now the sound is amazing.
I bet it is. I don't have headphones.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, this is fantastic. I knew this was going to happen.
Hold on, Jason.
What?
Jason, when's your next show? When is your next show?
Dude, Max's spots at remember? That's what he said last time. I don't know. That might be the only thing I have planned here.
What date?
I don't know.
Max's thing?
I can't remember. I don't know. I don't have
Okay, well, go follow Jason.
I am headlining here July 2nd.
Jason LaFoon is headlining the Market Lounge July 7th. July 2nd. 4th of July weekend, Jason LaFoon. We're making notes, and we'll drop Jason's stuff. We'll drop Bryan's stuff down below. So before we were rudely interrupted by your cohort.
Yeah. No, but I mean, these are the kind of things that happen out here at the Market Lounge and Comedy Club. Jeff Webb puts on a good show, and a lot of people come out. I mean, we came an hour and 10 minutes to get out here. You guys draw from Chicago and all that. Well, I say you guys because this is kind of your homegrown club, right?
Yeah, this is the club that I actually started at.
So that's cool. So yeah, like I don't know, it's always a ruckus atmosphere. Like
It always has been since the very first time I showed up here.
Like what's going to happen in a couple minutes when Alan Ford comes down? I was like, oh, hey, what's going on, guys? Are you doing a thing? And then we're going to have to tell him LaFoon was first. And then
it's actually going to hurt him.
Yeah.
He's going to hurt his pride. And it's going to be the best thing. So you guys have a show at the DIY Comedy Club coming up May 8th.
May 8th, yep. The Region is coming to take over South Bend. It's going to be a pretty good raucous affair. Jeff Webb, actually the host out here, is going to be rocking the hosting duties for us that night.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to be a good deal. We've got Mr. Coffee Black coming to town. Billy D. Dodaro is going to show up. Ooh. And then, a fan favorite, Mr. Brandon King.
Mr. Brandon King. I love that guy. And we'll like I said, we'll put that information down below as well.
I hope I see him out at one of these open mics before our show. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to know he's staying crisp. That's just a call out because I haven't seen him and I miss him.
Brandon King's getting called out. I had talked to him. He said he may or may not show up, so he's probably not going to be here.
I feel like you probably have that conversation every week with him.
It's been the last it's been the last 3 weeks. It's been the last 3 weeks, but he ultimately one of the funniest guys. One of the funniest.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree.
That guy.
I miss him.
I do too. Even though I spent a week with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was New York.
Yeah, the New York trip.
How was that,
dude? It was it was different, man.
Which one of you guys is the funniest? Who did New York like?
Oh, honestly, at the actual show that Mike Banks was on, like 2 people went up before him, and they were New York natives, and they just they didn't hit. And then it was good to see Mike go up against a paid crowd in a different state and fucking murder.
So is good. Is like a nice boy charm.
Yeah. And at the open mic at the comic strip, I think Alan was the funniest.
Okay.
I think Alan.
Alan's the comics comic.
Alan Ford just murdered. Like he had from start to finish. Like he went up after me. I thought I did all right. But then this dude decided to slide in, like he's sliding in right now.
Oh,
Alan Ford Jr.
What is up? We were literally just talking about you.
No, we were talking
you came
about
up very organically. I was calling him out. I was like, "You guys went to New York. Who the fuck's funny?" And he said that Michael Banks is a rakishly good-looking young man, and that he did well in front of housewives. And then you guys went into a hostile open mic crowd, and that you were the guy.
Oh. Which one? Wait, which one? The producer theater? The comic strip. That wasn't that hostile like that, but it was nice, man. I talked about Alan Senior up there. That's all I did pretty much the whole time. They liked it, so it was fun. Mike's second one, I think that hosted a lot of time on that show. He did like 15 minutes between each comic. It's like, man, he had a story to tell all the time up there. That's not the only thing, man. We ran into a lot of homeless people.
Oh, yeah? They're still doing
that?
that?
A lot of crazy homeless people. One dude, when we got off the train from New Jersey to New York, he was flapping. He thought he was a bird for a second.
I have nothing to say to that.
We got approached by the Mexican Avenger, like Captain America. It's Captain Americano. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what he was. That's what he introduced himself as. We ran into the Mexican Minnie Mouses. But they didn't have their heads on the whole time. They just had it hanging off the entire time. Then we played football in the middle of the street at like 2 a.m.
Is that true? That's a thing that happened?
That's a very true thing. I didn't expect him and Mike. I just came to sit back here.
That's all right.
Oh, you're all good.
That's all right. We'll put your information below too, because you are going to be
Ford of Comedy.
Check them out. Ford of Comedy. Run the Light Media. And you're going to be where this weekend or next week?
I'm going to be in Akron. The Rubber City Comedy Festival in Akron, Ohio, from the 5th to the 8th.
All right. I wonder who's going to be next
Jeff
to drop
is shaking
by.
his head because like this guy's always fighting up.
Yeah. Alan Ford made a Facebook post the other day that said, "I hope somebody starts fucksing with me real soon." And I was like, "Oh, Alan, I fucks with you. I just wish I had more power."
Oh, yeah, no, Alan, people fucks with you, man.
No, man, just some more people, man.
Yeah, well,
some new people. Y'all are old. I need.
It'll happen, man. It'll happen. 'Cause you're funny, man. Funny man. Is there someone through there? All right. This is just another Thursday.
Just
at
another
the
Thursday.
Market.
Lounge and Comedy Club.
Good God.
Look at that. We've been doing this for 10 minutes. We're already finishing each other's sentences.
We're falling in love.
I know.
We just have to go disc golfing now.
We do. Oh, I took Jeff Webb disc golfing on Monday.
How do you like it?
He liked it a lot.
Where'd you go?
We went to Rum Village in South Bend.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to talk. He can't this Sunday. It has something to do with it being Sunday. I don't remember. But we're going to come out here and play Rogers, a top fucking whatever course on anybody's list.
Dude, let's do it. Would you mind if I join?
Yeah, we're not doing it with Jeff this Sunday, but if you're available Sunday, I'll fucking come out here and play just with you. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
dude, I'm available Sunday, and I've been meaning to get out, man. Like, I haven't been out since last year.
All right, I'm going to bring a couple tag-along friends, some non-comedy friends. 2 of them.
Okay. All right. We'll see how that goes.
Dominant players.
I'm not that.
One dude throws exclusively the thumber. Do you know what the thumber is?
Is that the one where you're like...
Thumb on the inside of the rim and you just aggressively chuck it like a baseball?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he does that. He's a skilled... Oh, my God, dude. You're going to be amazed.
I'm not a skilled player at all, by any means.
Well, we're all monsters. Like, I will be... Rogers is a hard course. I'll be anywhere between, like, 2 or 3 down and 10 over.
I've actually never, like, kept my score.
Oh, that...
I mean, I like, look at the par at what that is, and I try to do it, but I'm usually over.
Just, all right, and I'm going to catch a lot of flack for saying this. If anybody who plays disc golf listens to this. But just count everything as a 3. And then people are like, because they call that pro par, people get upset. They say there's par 4s, there should be par 5s in disc golf. And I'm not arguing against that. I'm just saying, for an idiot like me who's getting high on the course, make everything a 3 and just base it off of that.
That's easy enough. Because, I mean, realistically, if you know what you're doing, basically, in a basic form, you can get, you know.
How many fucking different ways do you know how to say basic? Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, man. I was trying to paint a picture. I was trying to Van Gogh that shit. But
You about chopped my ear off with that fucking word knife you threw at me.
just throwing word ninja stars at you, dude.
But no, I understand what I was gonna fall in the trap and say basically, haha, he got me.
I almost got you.
At its core. That's a fancy way to say basically.
Basically. And we both just said basically, and we're finishing each other's
Sentences.
I was gonna say lines, but it's okay.
That's fine. I was staring a little too deep into your eyes. I got lost in there.
Oh, you were looking into the brown hole, dude.
Deep brown puddles.
Deep brown puddles of my eyes.
You're a fucking mud puddle of a person. What the fuck?
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah, man. So basically, if you know how to, if you know what you're doing on a disc golf course, you can. Yeah, I mean, you can drive it out decently. Yeah. You can putt decently. You can have a decent mid-range game. And so par 3 really isn't too far off on every hole.
No, and I mean, honestly, if you get good enough, like the best part of my game is the excuses. I'm like, oh man, did you see how that wind picked up? Oh, that fucking tree wasn't there.
There's a dog barking in the background. Like,
quit talking when I'm throwing. You know, every time you run your zipper, I fucking hear that. All right.
Quit drinking so loud, Randy.
Fucking. Oh, it's weird that every 3 holes of a fucking beer opening while I'm throwing. Come on. Also, in Indiana, you can drink, and in Michigan you can smoke, but you can't drink in Michigan and can't smoke in Indiana.
Well, I mean, you can.
I'm just saying, by the books. Disclaimer. Now for the reality. What's your favorite part of disc golf?
Dude, the fact that I can actually be active while smoking, while kind of being competitive.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah. I think that's how the hippies felt.
Yeah.
We're like, oh man, we're just hanging with some chill bros, and it turns out today I was the best chill bro.
It's like I'm not. It's different because have you ever been golfing, like regular golfing?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I get peace from both.
I'm not like, you know, I'm not like super competitive, but golfing was frustrating because it's like I can hit a baseball I can't hit this little fucking thing straight. I don't get it. It does it just made me mad, and I didn't like that it made me mad. So like I'm gonna stay away from that.
No, that's fair, and that's why disc golf is so popular, because people are like, oh man. And like, is it easier? Yeah, I guess, but it's one of those things where it's what do they say? It's quick to learn, but a lifetime to master. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it takes forever to master golf. You'll never get there. But like, yeah, the entry to disc golf is easy, but like, you can still. There's so many nuances. I know so many nuances I can't throw straight anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, all right, if I do this with this and turn my body like that, and now I've overthought it, and if I can look at that, it's the first tree.
I just, I think, I don't know. I feel like it is almost a game of failure.
Yes.
I mean, because there are so many things stacked up against you. You don't go to a golf course where you have like 5 feet to throw through, of like clear lane for like 40 yards. You don't have that at like a golf course. But at like a disc golf course, there's so many obstacles, and then the water and the wind and all this bullshit. And like you said, people cracking open beers like during your backstroke. Like it's rough. It's a little rough.
Oh,
but it is a game of failure, and you got to take those failures on the chin, and you just got to have a good time.
how nerdy are you into disc golf? Do you watch any pro disc golf, any YouTube disc golf stuff?
No, like I said, man, I literally just do it just to have a good time out in nature, and like it's I do like the hiking is fun, and yeah, I just do it just because it makes me feel good. Like when I do it, I'm not like super competitive on it, but it is. I have seen videos of like people like just like sinking hole like once, like off of one throw.
Yeah.
And just curving around a crazy ass. It's like, how?
I live that life.
You live that life?
I live that life.
Dude, you're about it?
I mean, I haven't gotten one in the last like year and a half, which was very disappointing, but I was on a streak where I was ringing up I rang up 8 one year, and like I rang up 4 or 5 for a couple years in a row. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had probably 2 aces where I'm like, that's an ace only I can throw. And the other ones were like, sometimes it's an easy hole, and you do it just lucky enough.
I've never had an ace before. I've never had one.
It'll happen, and like my first, and so it'll be stupid. My first ace, I almost biffed it. I almost ate the fucking ground. Like I tripped up on my feet, and it flopped up out of my hand, but it was only like a, I don't know, 220-foot hole or something like that, and this thing just wafted out there. And then the wind finally caught it and brought it down. Ace number 1.
That's crazy, dude. That is insane. Yeah, I long for that feeling, man. I long for that feeling. I feel like an ace is, a bit of the same as like the second time that you have sex for the first time. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty jaded. Like, I was 15 the first time that I had sex, like, and the second time. And like, I don't know, man, that imprints on you pretty hard. Like, I mean, I love disc golf, but boy, if I could be as excited about anything, it would be those first couple times having sex. I mean, like, come on, who won? Like, oh man, I fucking thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I wasn't fat like this when I was 15 years old, and I was still almost having a heart attack. I was like, I can't believe this chick. Who the fuck am I? I'm a caveman. This young lady, look at that, bro. I'm woke as shit. This young lady, well, you know what? Wrong of me is to assume. This person of vaginal origin allowed me to. She made a decision. I mean, I asked her a bunch. I was like, are you sure? I can't fucking believe this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, above all else, I'm a consent guy. That's
good on you.
I will pull your hair, but you're going to have, like, you will actually be mad at me by the time I do, because I'm going to make you say, yes, I'm sure, so many times. Like, it'll no longer be sexy. There will just be an angry interaction, and then we're probably done. Like,
that's funny.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't do anything unless I'm sure.
Dude, yeah, like when like my girlfriend was like, hey, it was like 7th period, we got 3 more periods to go, and we meet in the hallway. She's like, hey, let's do it. Like tonight, like today, like after school, my mom's not gonna be there. And I'm like telling the teacher, like, hey, can we wrap this up sooner? Like I got things I gotta do, man. Like,
oh man, you can't do that to a fucking young man. You can't be like tonight's the night.
Dude, do you know how difficult I was wearing basketball shorts? Like when she told me how difficult it was to walk around, let alone sit in class. Like, because I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just like, just rock. You know what I mean? Rock Hudson, just like straight. But not, he wasn't straight, was he?
I don't know if any of them are. Can you be in Hollywood? Like, I hope I never make it big. I think that your lifestyle changes if you make it big.
That's insane to think about. Speaking of, did you watch the Oscars? I did. I know that people are really talking about it right now. What the fuck happened?
No, I think I did not watch the Oscars, and I think the only thing people are saying is, man, I can't believe how many people didn't watch the fucking Oscars. Like, I mean, there was a...
Why would we? I don't get the whole award show thing anymore.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I ever do anything that is in the least bit noteworthy, like, I would like a gift for it. You know, like, I do deserve to, like, be invited to a room with other semi-noteworthy people. Like, I don't want to be noteworthy for, like, anything good or, like, big. But, like, if they're like, hey, your face showed up on TV a bunch this year. Why don't you come down and get a fucking $1,500 iPad and some other cool shit? And you or one of your buddies going to get a golden statue. How's that sound?
I guess that sounds pretty all right. I think I can make an appearance.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me call this guy and see if I can borrow an expensive amount of jewelry to dress up in, and they let you, and yeah.
Yeah, it promotes them. It's a weird thing. Yeah, those people don't keep those suits. They don't keep those dresses. They promote that person, the fashion. And have you ever seen a fashion show? It's very
a real life one. No,
not in real life, but like videos of it. It's very weird to watch.
I don't know. I guess maybe I have, but I don't care about fashion. I mean, look at me. I'm every fucking Midwestern dad.
I dress the same way I did in high school. I just added a watch. Like, I don't, and tattoos. Like, I don't know.
Oh, look at that. Oh, is this a double invasion going on? No, they're just talking.
Are we being invaded?
No, well, we're good. We'll keep talking about how our taste in clothes. And that's the thing. This wasn't modern mid-aged man dad clothes. This was the fucking late 90s.
Oh. Dick Master General Ken Newpell.
Yep, he's around and present. Oh, just a dance show from him.
Yep, just a dance show. That's all we got.
That's fine. That's all we really need.
Again, we are shooting. We are doing this out of the Market Lounge Comedy Club in Valparaiso, Indiana. Shout out. Anything you want to shout out?
Well, first we'll hit up the Market Lounge. They definitely are doing shows every Friday. They do 2 shows. The first one starts at 8. Am I right in saying that?
Yes.
And then the second one is the 10:30 show.
10:30 show.
They would like you to be here no later than 10:15 because they're going to file people out and get you sat. Like, it's serious business, folks. Like, no, I'm teasing. It's comedy. We all laugh. But, like, why won't you do yourself a favor and show up 20 minutes before the show and get sat down and, like, have a drink and be prepared? Like,
yeah.
I don't understand that part of comedy.
Yeah, especially now that they're doing, like, the full capacity thing. Please show up a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, they're pumped to be able to have the additional staff and be bringing people back on and, like, working. Like, it's great. Yeah. Please take advantage of it. But also, please, you know, it's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah, it's been a while. Dude, I actually did my first set to people in full capacity, full comedy mode, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Outside of, like, quarantine comedy. It was dope, man. It was dope. It was weird.
I can't wait to do that. You asked me if I had anybody shout out.
Shout outs.
So DIY, we are doing a show on May 8th, as we talked about earlier. We've got dates booked. You can check us out. It's on our Facebook page, DIY Comedy. We've got our location and all that. I'm horrible. It's a long address, and I don't remember it offhand. But you can check that stuff there. We have tickets available. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we... every Wednesday, I think we covered that too, right?
Every Wednesday, the open mic.
I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out my buddies in DIY Comedy, Mr. Joe Tidd, Max Tidy, and Devin Tapia. They are the light of my life, the reason that we get to do the stuff. I don't know. We're going to do this a long time. I love Jeff Webb.
Oh, shit. We're doing everybody. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't ask me to do that. I'm a lover, man.
Also, like, this description is going to be like a fucking, like, John Grisham novel, dude. I got so many links to pop down below now.
Oh, you have to do that. All right, so, like, for real, let's talk, like, how you do this. People spend too much time writing this shit. So, like, and I'm bad about talking about myself, but it's like Bryan Collins comes and talks disc golf. Fort of Comedy, Light Me at Five's Jason LaFoon. You know what I mean? Just like all hit, quick, real hit in the description.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just hyper, you know, like people write this shit out and it's fucking 8 paragraphs and I don't read it.
Oh, you know what I could do? I could actually like do like because I'm posting it. I posted to YouTube right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna do different medias, but right now we're just seeing where it's going. So what I could do is when that person pops up, I can put a tag to kind of come up on the screen. You click that shit. I don't have to type out a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually great.
That's Jeff Webb.
Yep, we did say his name several times.
This is Jeff's mic at the Market Lounge
And Comedy Club,
in Valparaiso.
Indiana.
Yes, sir.
Fucking
That's what
nailed
it
it.
is.
This is on Central Time, guys. I had lied earlier. It was a trick. I actually know the difference between Eastern and Central Time. Haha.
Yeah, no, but we would have actually said that at the same exact time if like you weren't accustomed. If we weren't accustomed to having an hour between us,
Yeah.
that would have been right on pat. It would have been something like the market. You went to take a drink.
No, I'm good. I was waiting.
We were supposed to start it at the same time.
Oh, I would. All right. So, do we talk about the things we do in the parking lot on this podcast?
Yeah, we can talk about the things
All right,
we do in the parking lot of this
all right,
podcast.
cool.
We're setting. That's what this podcast is. We're setting sail on anything and everything, and we're talking about it, and we're getting fucking into it because we're setting sail to forever.
All right. Well,
Okay,
I don't
man?
want to be. I don't want to be known as the guy that just goes places and talks about weed, but I have to admit it's pretty on brand for me. But yeah, I was listening to you, and I just kind of zoned out when you were in the middle of explaining how we were going to do it again. Like, you led me there, and I was just like, I'm so high. Dun, 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 dun. And they had already went, oh, dude, I was all freaked out for a while when we first walked in. It was so fucking dirt quiet in here. Nobody was talking. It was super weird. And I still had my outside voice on. And I realized what it was. It's because they killed the music for us, and they killed it in the whole building.
Oh no shit. Yeah, they
And
did. And the weird thing is that we were talking really loud.
Yeah.
When we should have been talking like this.
Oh.
Because people were really. I could get a vibe coming from that room. And so right now we're just gonna take a couple seconds and really talk like a whisper, just like in honor of what we should have done.
This has turned into like a ASMR video at this point. I don't know if that's like a thing that your listeners might be into, but if it is, I'm here for them. I don't fucking around. I can't do that. Oh man, that shit
tough.
heaves me out. I'm telling you, you have to disinfect this mic. I put my mouth all over.
I'm
it.
going
Like,
to
okay.
actually.
I murdered. Like, even before COVID, you should have cleaned this down real good.
Yeah, no, I
about
did.
Deep throated that thing.
Yeah.
No,
I did because I tested it. So like I put it in. I stuck it in bleach. I know what my mouth looks like because I know what goes on in my mouth. How does it feel now that you know that information?
I don't care. Fucking whatever. I can't imagine the fucking whatever I don't know where that was gonna go, but it was gonna hurt somebody's feelings, and I decided to bail, but I didn't have a good
Do
place
you
to jump
get your
out at.
feelings hurt?
On a rare occasion.
Okay.
Why do I seem like I don't?
No, I mean, yeah, it does seem like you don't like. You just don't like. You just like let it roll off your back, like.
I take a lot of things personally, but very rarely are they things that are said directly to me. Like, when I find out somebody's been, like, sly behind my back or, like, whatever, I can get real fucking salty. But if, like, you got a problem with me or you don't like me, well, I don't know. I don't know if you come up and be like, I don't like you. Because I do that to people, and I see the look in their eyes when I say that to them. So, like, I don't, like, I'd probably prefer if you didn't just, like, that flat out say it. But if you're like, hey, man, I don't know if that's cool and I don't know if we're cool, I'd be like, that sucks. But, like, yeah, I can let that roll off. Like, I can be not cool with people. I can be acquaintances. You know what I mean? Like, it takes all sorts to make a thing go. And I can get, I can curtail my behavior if you can shut your mouth about my previous behavior. Like, I'm willing to get along. And you don't like that, that's fine. I can probably not do that. Like, I've never had anybody be like, Bryan, your core beliefs are a problem. It's always like, hey, your core beliefs are a problem, Bryan. Change who you are. But it's always like, hey, that thing you do, that's fucking super derogatory, or like, you're an asshole for doing that. And I'll take it into consideration. I'm not a monster.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I just almost felt like maybe, you were one of those people that just like everything's kind of a joke. Like that's how like I feel like is like I am is like you can say whatever you want about me, don't really care at this point. You make jokes. I'm the youngest of 4. I've heard them all. I don't care anymore.
The only thing I don't care about the only thing I care about people make fun, like, you can make fun of my fucking hair. I mean, I'm rocking a pretty sweet mullet. You know what I mean? Like, it is a quarantine thing, but it became a real thing, and I don't, it's just, we're seeing, much like the podcast, we're kind of seeing where it's going.
Seeing where it goes. We're setting sail on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it is.
And yeah, I'll wear that with some like New Balances and some jeans cut partway up the leg. Like, I should have a Ed Hardy shirt on, but I no longer have an Ed Hardy body, and so you
play like bass and Evanescence or something.
I don't know if that's true. I know that Evanescence is the lady singer. That's end knowledge of Evanescence.
That's my thing. Is like sometimes I like.
Ooh, are they the Wake Me Up Inside
yes,
people?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know the song.
I'm like super well versed in music, and like I'll make like music puns that I think are funny to people who are like, "What is this weird obscure band you're talking about?"
I don't know much about Evanescence, but like I know they weren't obscure.
No, they were actually like poppy, but like I'll do it. Like, have you ever heard of the Shins?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the Last Night people.
Last Night.
Maybe that's not the Shins.
That's the Strokes.
Oh,
that's the Strokes.
All right. Well, maybe I lied to you about the Shins.
Okay.
I've
So
heard
you
that
don't
name,
know the
but I don't.
Shins.
All right. Yeah.
So you don't know the Shins, but you know the Strokes, so that actually kind of makes up for it, because the Strokes are right up there with. At least on like my list, they're right up there. But I'll do that. I'll make stupid jokes about like music and bands, and it doesn't hit.
Dude, my musical tastes are so insane. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like all sorts of music, but I do this thing where I fall in these like really super niche things that like nobody but me listens to, and then I force them.
Be careful, there's a wire there. That's Ken Newpel, everybody.
Okay, Noops.
Say something. Gotta take a dump.
He's got to take a dump. I hope it comes out smooth.
Noops poops. That could actually be a segment on the podcast. We just fucking get a portable mic and run in on him while he's pooping noops poops.
Yeah, we might actually have to do that if we're going to continue doing it here.
Checking in with Ken and Noop.
Ken Noop and his poop. And
Noops poops.
just have him just sit there like actually supposed to talk about poop, but it's just dick jokes. Dick Master General, man.
I don't remember what we were on before that. So.
Dude, I don't either.
Oh,
You had me smoked up on some of that Michigan weed.
Yeah.
I'm a little lost in my training. I'm trying to keep notes.
Yeah, Michigan.
You know?
Michigan weed's so good they spell it with an H. Marijuana.
Marijuana. Yeah. Sometimes Indiana weed, at least like I've had to resort to like buying it off of a dude he'll drive it to me, but he shows up in like a blue, like mechanic jumpsuit with like the reflectors on it.
And is this as like a disguise?
No, this is just him in general. Like he's like a 350-pound dude with like a huge beard, and he drives like my old beat up Chevy S10 that I sold him for $100. He drives that.
No, but I mean like for his job. Is that
why
he wears
he's
the reflector gear?
Yeah, he's a decent mechanic. Just
all right.
Works on the side of the road, and then brings me weed. It's weird, man. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I want to move somewhere where I can feel safe.
Jason LaFoon's got a whole thing where he talks about what the dispensaries are like, and I don't want to get too into that, but I found that it's the same. Like, it used to be that you'd call, and then you'd either wait until you got the call back to come to a place, or the dude would stop by whenever the fuck he wanted. And now you go into a place, the guy's behind the door, but it's still the same. He's going to come out of that door whenever the fuck he wants to. Like, it's still like, it's this whole great new venture, but it's the same. You're always just waiting on the fucking weed man, bro. Like,
dude, all the time, man. I remember like when I went to Chicago and I had to order it, like I'm standing outside of the place. It says like, it's been ordered. It's right here. I'm outside of the fucking place. How long does it take to process? Like I'm sitting at 25 minutes. I'm like, fucking what? Who's got this time?
Yeah, they put it is Chicago, so it might be like guns. Like they have a longer waiting period. Like, you know what I mean? Just like make sure you check out. Like, yeah, they scanned your ID, but like we're gonna check your background real quick.
See, yeah, that's the thing is like with Indiana weed, like you could just the dude doesn't want to like make sure everything checks out. He just want to make sure that you have money.
Yeah.
Like, or you don't have money, and if you don't, he's gonna take something else from you.
Like what?
Like your life.
Over weed? Nah, I don't know if that's true.
No,
man.
it's
Could
not.
you imagine like the amount of money that you lose your life over? Like as a general rule, I know that crazy stuff happens every day. I mean, fuck. But like the general number of like, oh, that guy is that in debt to me? Not like I have to kill him because I'll like. No, you keep that guy alive to get the money back. Like how bad? And then imagine like how much weed that would have to be.
Be a lot of weed to kill somebody.
Yeah,
A lot, dude. Imagine if there was imagine if there was a fucking hitman that only accepted marijuana.
well, but why would you?
I don't know, but just like, wouldn't that be like?
I know, but
I think that's like a movie, like that's like a cartoon, like a comic thing.
It's a 20-minute short. We'll film it. We'll shop it around. See if anyone wants to pick it up. Copyright 2021. What's today's date? Hit me with it. April 29th.
April 29th.
Year of our Lord 2021. Man,
Praise Allah.
Yeah, I mean you can.
We're kidding.
I don't. No, I mean yeah, whatever you can. Oh, you don't understand. I'm fucking live easy guy. Like I understand. Like I have some very libertarian views, and like I understand that like you can't like run a society without like there has to be a safety net and blah blah blah. I would just like as least amount of involvement as possible. But like I don't give a fuck. Praise Allah. Like
Do what makes you happy.
You guys are all just trying to. I mean, shit gets perverted because we're people, and
Yeah.
but like at its core, they just want people to live right.
I just think like
Like here, I'll give
be
you.
happy.
Yeah, be
whatever
happy.
makes somebody happy. Like who cares?
But like, I mean, people take shit way too literal. Like, do you understand why the Jewish keep kosher and Muslims keep what they call it, halal?
I think so.
Why do they?
I don't know why they do that, but I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. Well, they do it because that was ancient biblical time food safety. You don't eat the split-hooved animal because that's trichognosis when you don't fully cook them. That's what happens with pork. It's a thing they have. It's foodborne illness. What else is it? Oh, the milk of the mother with the child. That's a dairy curdling before. Like it's all like ancient food safety. But they're like, if you don't do well, I mean, things evolve. Like now we know how to cook meat better, and I think. I'm going to overspeak, but they did something years ago that now there's a much lower rate of trichognosis in pork and blah, 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 blah. And like, so yeah, it's just old food safety. Like we can move on from that, but they don't. It's like this crazy thing.
What is trichognosis?
It's a food, oh man, come on, serve safe. Don't fail me now. I used to be so good at this stuff. Trichognosis is I'm going to say pathogen because that's a cop-out, but is it a virus? Is it a bacteria? I think trichognosis is a bacteria, possibly.
Yeah, I just like me. I just don't know what that like. When you put an osis onto something, like I immediately just like block out. Like
It's a type of food poisoning that you can get. Like
okay.
Oh, speaking of food poisoning, you know that's what magic mushrooms are, right?
Really, that's a side of the psilocybin is
It's food poisoning. It's
really?
it's a alternative illness or reaction to
thanks for
food poisoning.
Thanks for ruining mushrooms for me.
Why do you think you have a massive shit about an hour or two in? Why do you think your gut just blows out? Have you ever eaten shrooms and had your gut not blow out on you?
Yeah, that's never happened.
Oh my god, dude, no. How many shrooms you eating when you eat shrooms?
Like 3 grams, 3.5,
Oh.
eighth.
Oh.
Is that why?
Maybe you're getting lucky.
Oh.
Maybe I eat like.
What are you talking, like 6?
I'm talking like, hey, I bought a quarter.
Go.
I was young and you know what I mean? Like, who does a little bit? Like when you're young, you're like, I couldn't afford this much. I'm doing it.
I don't know. I was just cautious. At least with like that. I don't know, because like I did DMT before anything.
It's a weird place to start.
It was a really weird place to start. Like I went downstairs and like convinced my dad to go like to the store because he was talking about it. I was like, hey, don't talk about it, be about it, making a joke. He was like, haha, you're right. And then went off and I was like, okay, we got 20 minutes.
And you thought that was when your dad left and he was never come back? Oh, I thought you sent your dad to get DMT. That's where I took that story. All right, I understand what's going on now. I thought like,
yeah, buddy came over and was like, hey, I got DMT. And then like I sent my dad off.
Okay.
And so we went up and did it. And yeah, that was a wild experience, man. Just like, oh, just like it almost felt like death. You know what I mean? Like you ever seen Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
You know, like the fucking beam that comes out of his chest.
I
Like
guess.
that kind of like happened where I was like on the opposite side of the room, looking at my own body as like my body just like eyes like went whoop, up into my head and just down to the ground like, and then I was gone. Like that was fucking wild. And shrooms never really did that to me though. Shrooms kind of just gave me like visuals and, you know, the tracers and the kind of like introspective thinking.
I am not a big fan of the introspective thinking. That's why, like, when you're 18, you have a care in the world, whatever. But like, I don't need that now. I made a lot of mistakes, bro.
Yeah, that's wild. We make mistakes, and the thing that we got to do is we got to learn from them, move on, move forward, be better.
Yeah, I learned don't eat any more mushrooms.
Maybe don't eat a whole quarter.
I mean, it seemed like the right amount. Like, it didn't happen just once.
We're gearing up on the end here, and there's one thing I really wanted to talk to you about, and we talked about it at a show we did together.
All right.
And was your first encounter with stand-up.
Or are you talking about like,
when you had that show? Was you like
and I was the one
45 minutes or something?
Oh, all right. So, all right. Oh my God, this is so stupid. All right. So, if you asked me when did I start comedy, I would tell you, I think I just had my 3rd anniversary. I think so. That's what I would tell you. But the reality is, at the age of 21, many years ago, there was a bar that was going to have comedy. And one of the managers there, I'm going to not drop their name.
Yeah, let's not. I mean, you can. I don't care.
I know, but I do apparently.
Okay.
I didn't know when I started this story that I cared, but it turns out I care. But this manager was like, Bryan, do you want to do some stand-up? I think you're really funny. And I was like, fuck yeah. She's like, there's going to be like 6 comics or whatever, you know. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll do whatever I can. I'll do all the time. I don't fucking know anything about stand-up. So I write 2 minutes of material. I mean, I didn't know. It's not like I practiced. I was just like, I'm naturally funny. So I wrote 2 minutes of material. Fucking rolled down there. I am the only comic who showed up.
The only one out of how many were supposed to be there? 6.
But
it's traumatizing.
But they did a great job of promoting it. And there was a bar full of people there to watch 6 comics do stand-up comedy.
But only
one first-timer. With what turned out to be about 2 minutes worth of jokes, and was a highly embarrassing story about how his dad was a dickhead for selling a riding lawnmower and buying a push mower when he turned 12 years old and was like, "It's time for you to learn." I told that story, and
was your dad in the crowd?
Yeah, and so what ends up happening. All right, I'll finish that. So it turns out, I'm such an asshole. It turns out that the riding lawn, I just have bad kid memory. The riding lawnmower was never a mower. He always had a push mower. He bought a new push mower so it'd be safer for me. The riding lawnmower never had a blade on it. It was just a cheap thing that he bought when we were little bitty babies so he could ride us around the yard because he was a good fucking dad. And like, for 25 years, I was like, that asshole.
Wow.
And then one day my mom told me that and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still telling that joke. So what happens is I do 2 minutes of jokes and 5 to 10 minutes of juking and jiving and just getting natural funny guy laughs.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, guys, as you were told, I've never done this before. I need a break while I figure out what I'm going to do. And they were like, yeah. And my folks were so disappointed in that story about my dad that they were like, we're going to
go home. Just leave. This is the funniest story in the world.
They went home and left. And then everybody was super proud of me. So in addition to the big beer that I was drinking, they serve them like the 32 ounces or whatever. So I'm sitting there drinking a 40, fucking 21 years old. And people were like, oh, that was great. Have another beer. Hey, you want a shot? Hey, how about another shot? So about 30 minutes after I had done 12 to 15 minutes of comedy, I was ready to go back on the stage. Shit-faced drunk. I don't remember anything that happened when I went back.
Oh, man.
Except at some point, I yelled, and if you don't support the troops, then fuck you.
Oh, my God.
You want to know what the scariest part of that night is?
What?
Somewhere. This is how old I am, guys. Somewhere, there is a VHS tape of my performance
Oh.
floating around.
So are you saying you actually have it?
No, I don't have it.
Wow. That thing, we got to find that thing.
I was never allowed to watch it. They were like, you don't need to see that.
We have got to get that thing.
Crowdsource it. Fucking, you gotta post it. You gotta post this to Reddit now. That's what you should do. You should just post all these to Reddit. We can crowdsource that.
Reddit's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Reddit
they'll
is
figure it out.
weird.
They'll dox your ass for you. Tell them I'll put my info up. I will personally dox myself. You guys tell me where that videotape is.
Oh shit. All right, man. That's fucking wild. Oh shit.
What'd you think of your first guest?
I think my first guest actually fucking killed it, and I had a good time talking, and I had a good time, getting to know you a little bit better.
Yeah.
And what do you think, man? How you doing?
I think that you should have guests on, and as I'm a constant whore for more attention and fame and power and money, like, how cool would it be if you and me interviewed somebody together?
Ooh, that would be wild.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think you should do, like, all right, goddamn it, you said about that? All right. So there's a podcast called The Dollop, and the dude who started it was doing it with a dude, and then he was like, this ain't the dude, and then he found the dude. So I'm not saying you and me should pair up and, like, start holding hands today. Like, you should do some more guests with people that you think you might fucking have a jam with, and then fucking decide. Like, it'd be awesome if it was me, not gonna lie. But if fucking you bring Alan Ford down here and you guys just fucking mesh together like a fucking bigger penis and a smaller penis folding foreskins over one another.
And I would be the smaller penis for sure.
We don't know that. Alan Ford, secretly a private dude, not trying to swing that meat stick around. You know what I mean?
He did post a picture of him cooking salmon.
Dude,
so I don't know.
That might have been the whitest shit I saw all
I don't
week
know.
on Facebook. I was like fucking salmon with a sweet bacon reduction over quinoa. I was like, check your white privilege, bro.
Yeah. Also, I was like, damn, it looks so good. I don't know if I can call him funny anymore.
Yeah, I was like, you can't eat like that. You're not famous enough to eat like that yet. Like, that's how you eat when you get a chef.
Oh man. All right. I think we did it, Brian.
I think I nailed it. Behind the scenes, nobody's gonna know this if I don't say it. Guys, live edits.
It was one live edit. One.
Live edit, dude. I was impressed. I felt like I was in the studio with a pro.
No, I pride myself on not being a live edit thing or having edits because that's what we do here. This is Set Sayl. I'm Steven Saylor. This was Bryan Collins, and we fucking did it. And he called me out, and that's all right, man.
Oh no, dude, you're taking it all wrong. I don't know if you know how impressed I was. Do you know what you guys missed? You missed him clicking 3 buttons to start this song, but he would not accept it to be mediocre and come back to later. He was like, I'm a pro.
No, we had to have it perfect, and that's what we did. Thank you guys for listening. I'm Steven Saylor. He's
Bryan Collins.
And we just set sail. Thank you.